So in curating the Shaping Space exhibition, we looked at 3 questions. We set ourselves strict parameters to make sure we were getting a wide range of architectural models, and we asked ourselves why models are made, how models are made, and who models are made for. And throughout history, models have been made as a way of understanding the world around us. And we were particularly interested in the way that models are made to explain a sort of design process, and models are integral to thinking through making. We loved architectural models. We wanted to share that delight with a wider audience. We wanted to have a glimpse into the working life of an architect when these incredible models are made that maybe turn out to be a building that's very familiar to us, maybe turn out to be something that's actually lost to us, and the model remains as a representation of something lost. And also experimental models that really explore interesting ideas that are never intended to be a finished piece of architecture. And mainly we set out to delight an audience, and it turned out we were right. Everybody loves models. So the question how was answered by showing a range of materials, and some of the wonderful architectural models on show here have that complete range of materials. So this incredible model by Zaha Hadid Architects is actually made of paper. The model was made after the building was finished and handed over to the clients. And the really intricately folding paper is a representation of the exoskeleton of the project. And they use that model as a way of revisiting a finished project to find inspiration for new work going forwards. In Rennie Herbst's playful model of a 1950s exhibition proposal, paper is painted in bright primary colours to convey the joyous eccentricity of the design, while in Alvaro Caesar's minute site model of an unbuilt project in Portugal, foam board helps capture the elegance of the proposed building's integration within the landscape. So the materials chosen for how a model is made is quite often dictated by where in the design process the model is actually made. So the foam model here by Office Kirsten Gears David Van Severen is a sketch model. It's made from foam, even though it looks suitably weighty like the finished project, and it's made very early on in the design process as a sketch, a 3D sketch to test out spatial ideas. Malleable Plaster gives a model smooth solidity. Le Corbusier's plaster model of the south wall of the Chapelle de Notre-Dame de Ronchamp has a tactility that reflects the sculptural and handmade qualities of the final building. Mary Duggan's conceptual model for the city of Euphemia consists of a pigmented concrete base and a column composed of layers of wax suffused with seeds and spices. Ros Barr, the designer of our exhibition, used cast plaster for the maquette of the V&A Fashion Gallery in order to capture the beauty of the original octagonal court and the simplicity of their concept, respecting and transforming existing building elements. So one of the most unusual materials in the exhibition is soap, and this model by Dow Jones was made for the Zombies exhibition. And this model's been particularly loved by all the kids that have come to see the show. Soap is a material that maybe everyone can get their hands on. Everyone can have a go at making their own house from soap. Some models in the show are made from the same materials as their life-size counterparts. David Adjaye Associates' Sclera Pavilion was remade in miniature to showcase the structural properties and visual qualities of the tulip wood original. Stone is associated with weight and solidity, but in the model by AAU Anastas, it appears light and elegant. The model was created as a miniature of the original building to showcase the innovative construction technique of weaving stone. Additional Studios' Chorlton Picture House model here connects the viewers to the existing terracotta building's materiality. Made from clay, the model's facades were cast in cardboard molds, which once dried, cracked to create a surface texture that echoes the fragility of the historical building's fabric. Similarly, Assemble and Hayatsu Architects' model of the 12th century Old Cavalier Hall embraces the complexity of its history and responds to the building's existing fabric. So the Peter Barber model here is a way of experimenting. It's using materials found on site, and it's a way of really tapping into the creativity of the design process through model making. New technologies are used in the exhibition to allow freedom to experiment, from laser cutting to 3D printing to digital scanning and digital modelling. On show we have Wilkinson Ayre's beautiful etched glass blocks, which shines in the exhibition at night. The blocks were modelled on a computer as a series of layers with varying density and interpreted by an engraving process that invoked a sense of light, space and form. Using photogrammetry, Sam Jacob extracted data from a collection of photos of the most photographed barn in the world, located in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, USA, to create these beautiful 3D digital models, lovingly made by Amalgam Model Making, of the barn, which was subsequently transformed into a physical object for the exhibition. What if the act of modelling in virtual reality could be directly translated from original digital material to physical material? This very colourful, exuberant model was made by Dalia Matsura Fontini at the AA and won her honours. She drew her towering model in a virtual reality headset for it then to be outputted by a robotic arm, fitted with paint extrusion painting in 3D, and is a miraculous visualization of what you can do when technology is married with material.